Hello and welcome to this edition of Money in Motion video blog. This is Dan Perkins and thanks for watching. Yes, this is my third video in a week. When things are happening, you need to know about them, and when things are just okay, you don't need to be bothered with me yakking at you. So let's talk about what's going on. Yesterday we saw a 450-point decline in the market. It tried to rally back several times, closed down for the day. And as a result, we are very close to a 10% correction from the high. We'll probably hit that this morning. This is being recorded on Thursday afternoon. At this time, the market's off about 100. So we're trying to find a bottom here. I think we probably will between today and tomorrow, somewhere around this level, unless there's a major outbreak of Ebola. We're searching for a bottom. I don't think we're going to go down 20, which would make an official bear market start. But I do think that we could see some stabilization here and an uptick next week. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 300 to a 500 point up part of a day next week. It may not necessarily finish that high. And then I think we're going to have to go back and test the lows of this morning and yesterday before we can really make a significant advance going back. There's been a lot of damage done, a lot of confidence has been destroyed, a lot of uncertainty. Oil prices are at $81 a barrel. The Ebola situation is getting scarier and scarier. And so there's a lot of uncertainty, and the markets don't like uncertainty. So part of this is Ebola, part of it is the fact that the European economy is going nowhere, and their central bank is flooding the markets with cash to try and stimulate the economy. The Chinese economy looks like it's slowing down, and the Federal Reserve just recently said that the U.S. economy might come in at 1.2 to 1.5 for the year. So we've got 12-month lows on interest rates and on 12 months highs on the dollar versus all the major currencies. Lots of volatility going on. We invest money, I invest money for you, primarily for the purposes of meeting an income need. And we're at one of those crossroads when you're going to have to decide if either you're going to trust me or you're not going to trust me. If you're not going to trust me, you're going to want to move to cash. But let me talk to you about the consequences of moving to cash. If the portfolio that I've constructed for you is producing an income that helps you maintain your standard of living without having to liquidate the principal, I can assure you, if you move to cash, in treasuries, for example, you're going to earn practically zero return, which means depending upon how long before you decide to go back into the market and buy stuff, you may find yourself, first of all, cutting back on your expenses, but in order to meet a majority of your expenses, you may find yourself having to liquidate principal, and that could have disastrous consequences. Those of you who've been with me a long time through several market corrections know that the income stocks, by and large, that we've owned have paid their dividends on time and on a regular basis. And while the principal does fluctuate, does go down, and does go back up, the checks are there. That predictable monthly income you're looking for is there. I don't know of any other alternative that can give you the kind of cash flow that you're getting from me and not be forced to liquidate capital after a certain period of time. Now, I can't tell you that this is the absolute bottom. I don't know that for sure. Nobody knows that for sure. I do know that we're getting paid very well. And if my prediction is correct, that we'll get a rally out of this sometime in the next week or so, and then go back and test to this level, that's when I would commit some of the cash that we have to pick up some very attractive yields and some very attractive stocks at discounted prices. So I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's scary. In addition to the market, the whole Ebola thing and what's going on and who to trust and who do you believe, really difficult for all of us. But we have a strategy that's worked for 40 years. I don't see any reason why it's not going to continue to work. You're going to get paid while you wait, and you're going to get paid handsomely while you wait. And your alternative is no income and forced liquidation of capital. If you got questions, always, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and I'll do my best to answer them. And as necessary, I'll get back to you again. Thanks for watching.